Hey guys, it's Fury 91, and I'm talking about the Walking Dead final season. And a question that plagues a lot of Walking Dead fans is who's coming back? And because the thing is that I think in an interview, one developer or someone who works at Telltale, when asked like, "Are we going to see any familiar faces?" or something like that, basically he or she answered in the affirmative. So people are now wondering like, who's coming back? And there are more popular ones than others, and I'm just going to discuss the three most popular people I think that people are, based on what I've seen, that people are talking about coming back for this final season, and one bonus character, but we'll get to him later. Here's the list. We have Lilly, Krista, Arvo, and the bonus character. Now, I'm going to talk about each one individually, and I'm going to talk about the likelihood of them coming back, and I'm going to start with the one that's most likely to come back, and that one is Lilly. Now, why is Lilly most likely to come back? Well, people have been asking for Lilly, I think, ever since season 2, basically, and she left a really big impact, especially for someone who was only in there for about 3 episodes. She left a huge impact on the Walking Dead community. She was a very well done character, and I think people want to see her back. But that's not the reason why I'm pretty sure that she's coming back. It's more so because she's actually in the slideshow at the beginning of the game. You see, they were very picky on what they chose in that slideshow. They chose very few scenes, most of them from season 1 actually, and Lilly killing either Carly or Doug was one of them. I really think that they are bringing her back because they chose to show her in that slideshow, and they chose also to show whether you left her behind or whether you took her on the RV. So Lilly, to me, there's an 8 out of 10 chance that she's coming back. Why do I say 8 out of 10 instead of like 9 or 10? Because Telltale has done this before where like they'll show flashbacks. I think with season 2 it was where they'll show some flashbacks that really just never come into fruition. So I just don't know. I really think there's an 8 out of 10 chance likelihood that she's coming back, but I'm not completely sure. Okay, moving on. Krista. Now, Krista, here's the thing. The reason why I think a lot of people want Krista to come back is because they feel like her story is unfinished. I'm going to talk on both sides in regards to Krista. Krista, yes, you could probably say her story is unfinished because we still don't know what happened to her baby. Most likely he or she died. We don't know how. But as pointed out by someone, I don't remember who it was, but they showed a image, I think, saying that like Clementine, when she thought AJ was dead, said no, not again. So it may imply that Krista's baby died. But in reality, I don't think that's a story that really has that much of an impact. Whether Krista's baby is dead or not, I don't think we really need to find out how. It's just one of those things. I just don't think Krista coming back would have that huge of an impact. So yes, you could say her story is unfinished, but at the same time, would finishing that story really mean anything? Where the baby died, how the baby died, I don't know. It just feels like that would just be one of those things they bring back just for the sake of it. Because I don't think it would have much of an impact on the story as a whole. And I really give Krista a chance of coming back a 4 out of 10. I really don't see her coming back like that. I just think it's more likely that she won't come back than she will. Now, even though I don't think that, I'm going to provide a theory of how Krista could come back. Remember how Krista was taken? There were 3 people. Now, 2 of those people, I'm pretty sure, died. We had one die while chasing Clementine, and the other one we saw dying on the riverbed. But what happened to the 3rd guy? This is my theory. Krista and the 3rd guy, like maybe he's chasing her, she's running, they get caught up in something. Something probably did happen. I mean, we see the guy dying on the riverbed, so they get caught up in something. Maybe another group comes, maybe Carver people found them, started shooting at them or something like that, and Krista and the other guy all of a sudden realize that they have to be on teams here because to survive. They survive Carver or whoever it was, they get away, and the other guy's like, you know what, I got a group, you should come. And Krista joins after searching for Clementine and not finding her for desperation reasons. Remember, Clementine and Krista were desperate, so it is quite possible that Krista would join another group, even if though they initially came off as like, you know, kind of threatening. She would join them just out of pure desperation. And who is this group? The Raiders! That's my theory, that if Krista joined the group that was kind of threatening her at the beginning of season 2, that group is the Raiders, she joined them, and that's when Clementine will see her again. If she comes back, though I don't really think she will. Okay, so let's move on to another character. Now, Arvo, why is he kind of the least likely out of those top 3 to come back? Because Arvo doesn't really have any hints that he's coming back at all. See, I think a lot of people just want Arvo back because they want revenge. They want revenge on him for shooting Clementine. And I don't think that Telltale is going to bring him back because They had a chance to show Arvo in the flashbacks. They chose not to. Now, they could be doing it as a surprise, but I just don't see it because there's no hint. There's nothing hinting that Arvo is coming back. Nothing. So I really don't see them bringing Arvo back. I think it's a 2 out of 10 chance that Arvo comes back. I just don't think so. Now, you could say maybe they are trying to surprise us so they don't show him at all, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's Arvo. But people only really want him back for revenge, not to complete a story. I don't think there's anything to really complete a story. I think his story's basically done. So I don't see them bringing him back. Okay, now, remember I mentioned that bonus character? Now, those of you who know me probably know who this bonus character is. Lee. Now, before you guys jump on, oh, Lee's dead and blah, 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 let me just say, I don't really mean him coming back as alive. I mean him coming back as a flashback or as a walker if you didn't shoot him, or maybe just seeing his body again. Now, why do I say this? Because look at how much of the slideshow was about Lee. Look at that. Literally, season 1 was so much of the slideshow. And then for season 2, you only get 2 things. You get whether you choose to kill Kenny or whether to let him kill Jane, or whether you choose to either stay together or just go with AJ at the end. That was the only decisions you're given in season 2. Then A and F, you're only given one decision, whether you chose to fight for AJ or thought that they were right about, taking better care of him. So season 1 was the majority of the decisions here in the slideshow, and Lee was a majority of the decision. So I really think they're pushing this whole Lee is coming back in some sort of way, either as a flashback, a walker, maybe you see his dead body. If I were to say that Lee was going to come back alive, then I would give it a 0.1 chance out of 10. 0.1, not 1. 0.1 chance out of 10. But the chances of him coming back as either a walker or a flashback or seeing his dead body, I think we got 5 out of 10. Halfway, because they are pushing the whole Lee thing. So I really think that Telltale is going to bring him back in some shape or form. Like I said, flashback, walker, dead body. I'm just saying. All right, but who do you guys think is coming back? And who do you guys want to come back? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. May God bless you all.